Welcome back to our Vanarama Conference preview as we continue our countdown to Saturday's curtain raiser when Bristol Rovers host Grimsby in front of the BT Sport cameras. We had plenty of drama here last season and few games more so than the one at Chester on the final day of the conference campaign. Needing to match Hereford's results as they took on Aldershot, Chester entertained Salisbury. A late Salisbury equaliser at the Diva and a last gasp winner for Hereford condemned Steve Burr's men to relegation on goal difference and life back in Conference North. Cue emotional scenes as the reformed team's one season stay in the conference ended with a dreaded drop. But in April, that was in April, but fast forward to the summer and these were the headlines dominating the back pages of local papers in Hereford and Salisbury. Instead of success on the pitch generating column inches, the focus was on failure to pay bills, and it all resulted in expulsion from the conference for both clubs and a reprieve for Chester and another relegated team, Dartford. We are hot seating tonight. Delighted to say that Stuart Hammonds from the non-league paper is with us, and so too the Chester manager, Steve Burr, who clearly didn't get the memo about out sun-tanning me. Where were you when you heard the news that you weren't relegated after all?
Where was I? Probably playing golf at the time. Similar sort of situation when I was at Northwich and we got relegated after staying up. So I know what the feeling's like, and it's always the fans that miss out on this type of thing. But we've just got to make sure now, Clem, that we make the most of the reprieve and do better this season. Did
you get any inkling? Did you have your hopes high? Was there anything at all, or was it a bolt out of the blue?
My hopes were high the weekend of the AGM. And we thought then that there'd be a decision made, but there was a reprieve for the two clubs then at that time. And I thought we'd missed the chance then, and I was just preparing for life in the Conference North.
I mean, it's dog eat dog, but it's a horrible thing to be praying for somebody else to slip out as a result of off-the-field financial problems.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's what you do on the park, really, but there's obviously rules in place. And but like I say, it's a shame for the supporters of both Hereford and Salisbury. But I know the feeling that they're going through because I was in a similar sort of situation when I was at Northwich.
Yeah, and it's a carbon copy, Stu, as well, of what happened to the original Chester, who obviously were the last team to be expelled from the conference. I mean, how did Salisbury and Hereford, and I know it's a long, complex chain, get themselves in this situation? And what is the latest news?
We need all night, I think, Clem.
We haven't got all night, we've got till 8:30.
I've never known anything like this summer. Essentially, as Steve just said, they didn't pay their football creditors by the AGM. They were both in the middle of complicated takeover situations. The conference tried to give them time to lodge a bond to guarantee that they'll see through this season. Neither club did. Neither club paid football creditors. The ownership situation is still unclear really at Salisbury. They were expelled to the Conference South initially, and then they've now failed in their appeal to get back into the Conference South as well.
Well, there is another side to this coin. We can talk to Mikey Harris, who is now the former manager of Salisbury City. I mean, Mikey, I feel for you here. And talk about personal drama. You were on your honeymoon at the time when you got the news.
Yeah, that's right, Clem. It was obviously a very difficult time, especially being away on my honeymoon, having just had the elation of getting married and looking forward to the future and you know, this upcoming season, and then it all went terribly wrong in a short space of time. So very disappointing from a personal point of view.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can quite believe it, can you? All that graft you put in, a very respectable finish, and all that work in tatters.
Yeah, I mean, it's been very difficult to come to terms with for myself. The lads, obviously, that put all the effort in last year, and you know, more than anyone else, the fans of the football club, because like you say, we put in a really solid platform to hopefully kick on this season and really try and, you know, push up the league. But it wasn't to be, because, you know, what the events that transpired, you know, stopped that from happening, and it's bitterly disappointing for me, the players and the fans. But I just hope that, you know, the club can sort themselves out and actually have some sort of a future.
And you've forsaken management for the moment to go into the Portsmouth Academy there. You just felt your position was untenable. There was just too much uncertainty. Everybody needs a wage.
Well, I just think, you know, the situation was there for all to see. There was so much uncertainty around the club right from, you know, towards the end of the season, really. And when I got the opportunity to go and work at a football club like Portsmouth, you know, working with their talented youngsters, it was too good an opportunity to turn down, really. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying the role, and it's very, very different to managing in the conference. But, you know, it's a role I'm enjoying and another experience for me.
Good luck, and very sorry that Mrs. Harris, the now Mrs. Harris, had such a rotten honeymoon, because I can imagine you were a right grouch.
Oh, we still enjoyed ourselves.
Good. I'm glad to hear that, as are the viewers of BT Sport. Thanks very much for joining us. I mean, the sense of euphoria around your club, and also obviously around Dartford, who were reprieved, it's a great thing to work with, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, no disrespect to the Conference North, but to be back into the Premier, the types of teams that we're going to be playing, the Bristol Rovers, the Wrexhams again with the home derby that we'll have, it just means so much to the club. And like I said earlier, you know, we've got to make the most of it and make sure we're not in that position that we were this season.
And have you started untangling things you'd been doing? So you maybe had released a few players you've subsequently been able to keep, or how does it work?
Yeah, we've brought, I think we've brought about 15 new lads in. We've changed from evening trainings now to 3 mornings a week. So, and slowly we want to try and just build things up again and get stronger as we go on. It'll take time, but already the transition from the lads doing Mondays and Tuesday nights, we do Monday morning, Tuesday morning, Thursday morning, and we've got fantastic facilities as well where we're training at. So it's a start for us.
You lead me to something, actually. What are the current numbers? People tuning in for the first time, maybe don't know about conference football. Full-time v part-time, where are we?
Well, I think we're at 12 full-time,
yeah.
8 traditional part-time, Tuesday, Thursday night, as we know it has been in non-league for a long time. And then there's 4 clubs like Chester who are doing either 3 mornings or 1 morning and 2 nights. So there's the trend a few years ago is for everybody to go full-time, wasn't it? There was a lot of money swirling around, but in recent years they've started to go back towards part-time, so the part-time clubs have done reasonably well.
It's a hybrid of a division. So Steve's plans for the new season are progressing well, but to get a second opinion we decided to send a local lad to cast his eye over Chester's pre-season preparations.
When I was growing up, this was my local team. My dad played for years for Chester, top scorer, and scored in the League Cup semi-final. He won promotion, so if ever I was going to go to a professional game, then my dad would take me along to Chester. So it was, that was part of my growing up.
Make sure you get them legs in, won't you?
Chester, like most teams, have had their ups and downs, and probably Chester more than any have had their downs, but a bit of consolidation over a year or 2, and then who knows, hopefully Chester will be a league club soon. What positions he played? Centre half, yeah. I didn't enjoy pre-season really, no, I didn't enjoy tough running, but you get used to it. You know, and you've all got a fixed goal, first game of the season, it's in the back of your mind for so long, and you're playing these friendlies against different teams, and yes, they're beneficial, but you want to get the season started. The conference is a very good level, very competitive. People automatically assume because they're watching the Premier League that, oh, well, that's a poor level. Well, you try getting paid for playing football. It's not easy. It's a competitive world. These lads will fight for it. They're fit, they're strong, and it's a tough league to get out of and a tough league to stay in. So I'm expecting, you know, a lot of commitment in training at a high skill level as well.
Well done, Ryan. Well done, Ryan.
Normally you get players that have been let go by some of the big clubs that are looking to get back on the ladder, and then you get some players that just absolutely love the game, love playing the game, that can't say no in many ways and have had their time at the top, but clinging on because that's what they enjoy playing, and who begrudge anyone that. We've been doing a bit of a passing drill and a warm-up, so now it's the real stuff, the sharp stuff.
Michael, you joining in, Michael?
Looks like I'm getting called to play, so priority, sorry.
Goal of the year! Enjoying it, Michael? Little blast.
Near post, near post! Gate! Fix the net! Fix the net! Fix the net! Oh no, I'm too celebrating!
What does Michael Owen being here do to the morale of some of the, especially some of the younger guys, but down to the club in general?
Yeah, it's fabulous, you know, he's a Chester lad, and it's great to see him here and getting involved with the training this morning. I think he's enjoyed it, actually. Michael, thank you very much.
Cheers, lads.
Hope you enjoyed that.
Well done.
Anytime you want to sign, I think we might just be able to sort something out with you.
Somebody go, what was he like? Obviously, they don't know. They don't remember Michael from a younger age. So, obviously, it's brilliant. Obviously, he's local. To get him down here to come and train, and obviously, it's a great buzz for the lads.
You always get the juices flowing, don't you, when you put the boots on and get a competitive game going. No, it was good fun. Yeah, it gives you a buzz back, doesn't it? But now they're in good shape, ready for the start of the season, and I'm looking forward to coming down and watching them as well. It's going to be a good season in the conference.
I was born here, I live here. Quite a lot of my family are Chester fans, so to play for this club, it means a lot to me and my family. It means a lot for Michael Owen as well, because he was down here as well, so it's good to play with him, it's good to play for this club.
You can see his touch and everything. You can see why he's playing at the highest level. And it's been great having him here today. He's mucked in well with the lads, and he might have got his appetite back for it.
Still enjoy scoring?
Oh, I love it, yeah. It makes me, for about half a second, I thought, shall I make a comeback? And I thought, no. Then I started breathing heavy again.
Do you know what? I love that. You had a little scrape there just to test. Anytime you want to sign for us, Michael, but a little bit of you was going, I wonder, wasn't it?
Well, hey, that type of forward at Chester would be fantastic, but you know, he enjoyed the day, and it was great for the lads as well to be training with somebody like Michael who's played at the highest level.
Yeah, quite a boost to take into the first game of the season from one team looking to bounce back from a disappointing end to last season to another, whilst Chester's was at the foot of the table, Gateshead's was at Wembley. Now, Gary